Hello everyone, welcome to week 3 of the Spanish video lessons. So today we're going to be going over gender rules and ordering food. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the gender. This is something that's really big in the Spanish language, mainly because we don't have it in English. We don't have gender when we speak. So we have masculine and we have feminine. So the question becomes, what have gender? Which words have gender on it? Does everything have a gender? No, it does not. The verbs do not have gender. The nouns do. So every single noun, person, place, or thing has a gender in Spanish, okay? You have the la, el, which both mean the in Espanol. La is the, el is the, okay? So for example, the house, right? It will be la casa, la casa. Let's say the car, it's going to be el carro. So how do you know which is masculine and how do you know which is feminine? 95% of the time, probably 98% of the time, if the word ends with an A, it's going to be considered feminine. So you're going to use la, which is going to be la casa, right? La mesa. But that's not all the time. That's most of the time. That's the easiest way to spot out the feminine part of the gender. So if it ends with A, it's automatically going to be la. So how do we say the in Spanish? La and el. How do you say a in Spanish? Meaning like a house, a car. It's going to be un and una. So un is masculine for a. Una is feminine for a. A house, una casa. Casa ends with A, it's a feminine word. Casa, so it's going to be una casa. If you want to say the house, it's going to be la casa, right? So, una casa, la casa. So let's look at a masculine word, which is carro, ends with the O. The car is going to be el carro. A car is going to be un carro. Un carro, el carro. Okay, so carro would be considered a masculine word. Casa is considered a feminine word. This is really important in Spanish because nouns have gender. So like I said, that's like 95% of the time that if it ends with an A, it's going to be feminine. If it ends with an O, it's going to be masculine. You always have exceptions. There are words that end in O that actually is considered a feminine word. That's very rare. So for example, foto, la foto. Foto in Spanish comes from the word fotografía. So if you want to look at it that way, fotografía ends with an A, which will make it la fotografía. But for some people, when they say like picture or photo, they just say la foto. Okay? Also, la disco. La disco. Disco is just short for discoteca. So we just say la disco. ¿Quiere ir a la disco? Ven conmigo a la disco. Come with me to the club. Now let's look at another word, for example. The word dia. You would see the word dia and you would think that's a feminine word. But it's not. Dia in Spanish is day, of course. It's always the exception. So dia is actually considered a masculine word. So it's going to be el dia, the day. So when you see someone, you say buenos dias. You're saying buenos dias, and that's because dia is a masculine word. Buenas tardes, because tarde is considered a feminine word. La tarde. Right? Buenas tardes. La tarde. Buenas noches. La noche. Noche is a feminine word. So you have la noche, la tarde are feminine words. The night, the afternoon. But then you have el día, the day. So you always have exceptions. So the days of the week are always going to be considered masculine words, okay? So for example, let's look at Sunday through Saturday, right? So you have el domingo, el lunes, el martes, el miércoles, el jueves, and then you have el viernes. Then everybody's favorite day of the week, el sábado, Saturday. So these are always going to be masculine. Never forget that. It will never be la lunes, la martes, la miércoles, nunca. Never, okay? So those are examples of the gender. Also, let's say if you say a boy, right? A boy. It's going to be un chico. Un chico. A girl. Then how would you say a girl? That's right. It's going to be una chica. So you have una chica, un chico. The word for with in Spanish is con. Okay? So knowing now that it's con, I want you guys to form this sentence and say, a girl with a house. How would you say a girl with a house? Una chica con una casa. A boy with a car. Un chico con un carro. Okay, so just keep in mind you have el, la, both mean the, un, una, both mean a. But in English we say too. Like I have a house. You know, it's supposed to be I have a house, but we say I have a house. So it's the same thing. That's the a I'm referring to. So tengo una casa. I have a house, right? So moving on. So I want to go ahead and add this into this segment as well. You do have a lot of flipping in Spanish. Like you will have the description normally goes after the noun. So for example, if I wanted to say I have a big house, your pattern in Spanish wouldn't be I have a big house. It's going to be I have a house big. Okay, so that is something a lot of people struggle with when they're speaking Spanish, especially if your native tongue is English. I have a big house. Spanish, I have a house big. So how do we say big in Spanish? Grande. Okay, so tengo is I have, right? We learned that last week. I have hunger. I'm hungry. Tengo hambre. So I have, tengo. So I have a house. Tengo una casa. So I have a big house. Don't forget, I have a house big. Tengo una casa grande. Okay? No, it will never be tengo una grande casa. Nunca. Tengo una casa grande. I have a big house. I have a white house. Tengo una casa blanca. Okay, I have a white house. I have a red car. Don't forget gender. Remember the gender. Tengo un carro rojo. I have a red car. Tengo un carro rojo. Okay? So these are just some things to keep in mind as we move forward, that you do have the description that's most of the time is going to go after the noun, okay? Keep in mind also the Spanish have the gender rules, so it's very important to know la and el and un and una. You know, I have a friend. If your friend is a male, you're going to say un amigo, right? I have a friend, and you're referring to a female. Tengo una amiga, okay? Tengo un amigo, tengo una amiga. You have to make sure you specify the gender in the words, okay? So also we want to go ahead and get into ordering food. This actually might be considered a lot. I feel like I'm putting a lot of information in this one segment, but it's okay because you guys can always press pause, you can rewind. This is a lot of information in one lesson, okay? So finally, I want you guys to take this and I want you to practice this when you go to your favorite Spanish restaurants, okay? So, how do we order food in Espanol? One of the first phrases that you really need to know when ordering food is I want. I want, okay? Quiero. I don't know if you guys have this commercial where you're located, but here in Michigan, we have this commercial that come on every 5 seconds. It's a Taco Bell commercial, and it's like, quiero Taco Bell, quiero Taco Bell. It's a little chihuahua saying, oh, yo quiero Taco Bell. So that's what he's saying. I want Taco Bell. Quiero Taco Bell. So you can say quiero, or you could just say yo quiero Either one. Yo is just I in Spanish. That's the pronoun for I. So we'll get into the pronouns once we start conjugating verbs. So yo quiero blah blah blah, or quiero blah blah blah. I want. If I want to say I want a taco, you already know how to say a. And taco is just taco in Spanish. So how would you say I want a taco? Taco is masculine, right? I'm just saying. Quiero un taco. I want a taco. So what if you say I want a burrito? Burrito is masculine, right? So how would you say I want a burrito? Quiero un burrito. Exactamente. Exactly. So that's how you would say I want blah blah blah. I want blah blah blah. So you have I want, which is quiero. You also want to know give me. Now I know give me can sound kind of like rude, like hey, give me this, give me that. But it all depends on how you say it, okay? So there has been times where I'll go into a Mexican restaurant and I'm like, hola, ¿cómo estás? They're like, oh, bien, ¿y tú cómo estás? And I'm like, okay, dame un taco con una horchata. Give me a taco with an horchata. And it's not considered rude because you're just saying, hey, give me this, give me that. Dame, give me. And then you can say por favor at the end of it. So if you say dame un taco por favor, give me a taco please, right? Okay, so then you also have me gustaría, which is I would like. Me gustaría. So I would like a taco with cheese, please. Okay. So those are phrases that you would say. I want, give me, please give me, which would just be dame, blah, 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 por favor. Please will go towards the end. So what are some things that the waitress or waiter would say to you? They would possibly say, ¿Qué quieres para tomar? Which is a phrase that you should memorize. ¿Qué quieres para tomar? What do you want? ¿Qué quieres? Which you can say that anytime. It doesn't have to be in a restaurant. If someone call you on the phone, you could just be like, ¿Qué quieres? Coño. Don't say coño. Coño is a curse word. Sometimes I say this to my friend. Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué quieres? Oh my God, what do you want? So that's something that they will ask you. ¿Qué quieres para tomar? Para tomar is just to drink. Tomar is to drink, and also tomar means to take. Okay? The actual translation for the verb tomar is to take. However, in restaurant settings, a lot of people say tomar. They use that as well as beber, which means to drink. Okay? So, ¿qué quieres para tomar? ¿Qué quieres para tomar? What do you want to drink? And then that's when you can say, quiero, blah, 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 blah. Quiero horchata. You can just go right into it. I want horchata. Quiero Coca-Cola. Or if you want to be more, advanced and speak more con fluidez, speak more fluently, you can say, quiero tomar Coca-Cola. I want to drink Coca-Cola. Or you can say, quiero tomar agua. Right? Quiero tomar agua. I want to drink water. Con hielo, por favor. With ice, please. So learn some of these phrases. Write these down, guys. Pause this. Write them down. Remember it. You want to be able to talk when you're ordering your food and your drinks, okay? So let's practice. Hola, señorita. ¿Qué quieres para tomar?
Me gustaría agua, por favor.
¿Quieres hielo?
No, gracias. Dame un taco, por favor.
Okay, so you notice that I said, give me a taco, please. After I said, oh, no, thank you. No, I don't want ice. No, thank you. So you're also going to get the question, ¿Qué quieres para comer? Or, para comer, to eat. Para comer, to eat. So for example, ¿Qué quieres para tomar? What do you want to drink? And the person say, blah, blah, blah. The waiter might just say, y para comer, and to eat. Everyone don't use complete sentences. Everyone is not going to be talking out the books or talking like they just took my class. So people always chop up sentences, and that's okay because we do it in our own native tongue, okay? So they might say, what do you want to drink? You say, oh, I want some soda. Okay, and to eat? Y para comer. Or they might say, ¿qué quieres para comer? What do you want to eat? You already know me gustaría is I would like. So how would you say you would like? Te gustaría. Also, you want to know ¿qué te gustaría para tomar? Or ¿qué te gustaría para comer? So they might ask you, instead of saying ¿qué quieres?, which is really kind of like, you know, what you want, you know, they might say ¿qué te gustaría? Blah, blah, blah. What would you like to eat, to drink? So the main thing you need to focus on when listening to the other person speaking with you is listen out for the main words, such as ¿qué te gustaría? Blah, 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 comer, right? Blah, 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 tomar. Let's say para might throw you off. Just listen for tomar, comer, keywords when they're asking you a question. You're in a restaurant. It's obviously that they're asking you about food or what do you want, blah, blah, blah. So even if you forget how to say me gustaría or te gustaría, what's important here? Comer, tomar, beber. Okay? Tomar and beber both mean to drink. Comer is to eat. Okay? And if they're saying it in a question-like way, then you know that they're asking you, what do you want to eat or what do you want to drink, okay? So rather they say, ¿qué quieres comer? ¿Qué quieres para tomar? ¿Qué te gustaría para comer? Either way, you hear comer, you hear tomar, and you know they're asking you about drinking or eating, okay? These are like my secrets of how, when I was first learning Spanish, this is how I would cheat in my head of what was going on. So you learned how to say, I would like to eat, blah, blah, blah. Me gustaría comer, blah, blah, blah. Quiero, which is I want, okay? Dame, blah, blah, blah. Por favor. Give me this, please. So we went over this a little bit last week. Of course, if you want to say, I don't want, what do you put in front of I want? Just no. No quiero. I don't want. Okay? So if they try to like offer you something, and let's say like you should try this, blah 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 today, you can just like, oh, you get no quiero. Simple as that. So now that you already know how to say what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you would not like, to drink, to eat, etc. Now, of course, we have to learn how to say the foods. So we need to know the menu. How do you say the foods in Spanish? It's no point of saying the whole sentence in Spanish if you can't say the food in Spanish, even though they would know what you're talking about, but you still want to have a vocabulary list. So don't worry, I got y'all. I have a list together for you all that I'm going to insert right here. Okay? And I want you to write down these words. Write down these lists of vocabulary words. This is for your food. Memorize these foods. And to be quite honest, you don't have to memorize all of these foods. It's always good just to know some extra vocabulary words and just extra food names for when you do go and order your food. You might as well say it all in Spanish, right? Don't go up there talking about quiero a chicken taco, por favor. No. You might as well say quiero un taco de pollo, por favor. Okay? So let's look at these vocab words, study them, practice them, and that's it for today, you all. I've run out of time, and go ahead and take notes, rewind, pause if you have to. Okay, see you all next week. Adios.